I am so excited to show you my brand new 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance in this stunning red. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot to go over. If you're considering, it doesn't have to be the Performance, the Model Y in general, or even a Model 3 or another model. We're gonna go over the exterior, of course, in this video. I'll show you a little bit of the interior, of course, as well. A few accessories and just my thoughts after taking a delivery of this incredible vehicle just a week ago. All right, so let's start, of course, with the exterior that you're looking at. Now, with the Model Y, of course, you're gonna get that clear size difference when it comes to the Model 3. So this is approximately 7 inches taller and 2 inches wider and longer than the Model 3. So let's talk about this color, this red, that I gotta tell you looks insane in the sun, freshly washed and detailed. So of course you have the standard color options when it comes to Tesla. You have the white standard, you have kind of that gray, silver, metallic, which is now standard. You have black at a premium, you have blue at a premium cost, and of course this red variant. Now, of course, this red variant is gonna cost you at the time of filming this video, the $2,000 extra. Now also with this performance model specifically, you do get a few features specific to the performance variant. So we can see here versus the standard Y, this is gonna sit lower. You're gonna get that lowered suspension. And I think I'm gonna save the showstopper for the end here, but you do get the Brembo performance brakes. We'll show you that a little bit more in a second. We get this carbon fiber spoiler, very nice. When it comes to badging, of course, if you see that underline under dual motor, you have the performance variant. You have the sport pedals standard, alloy pedals right there as well with the performance variant. And yeah, let's talk about it. The absolute showstopper, these 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, which frame those performance brakes incredibly. So I gotta tell you, with these wheels, I didn't know what to expect. Maybe like you're watching all the videos online, you're looking at all of the pictures, speccing and re-speccing out your Tesla like I did over and over again to visualize it in my head, what it's gonna look like. When I took delivery of this last week, I was blown away. And again, I've watched all the videos. These 21 Uber turbine wheels are insane. The presence, the stance, the aggressiveness of them. Beautiful kind of a graphite, I'd say, matte finish. Now, the only thing with the 21-inch Uber turbine, you may have heard, it will provide a rougher ride. I will tell you, being in Pittsburgh, I mean, shout me out if you know, in the Northeast, but potholes are aplenty, and I definitely feel it. I don't know if it's just the Uber turbines or the suspension with the performance, but I definitely feel the bumps. Not really something that I'd, go and regret purchasing the vehicle, just something to consider. Also here we can see the fog lights, which you might not get if you have a standard variant of, let's say, a Model 3. My brother has a 2021 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus in the white variant, as you're familiar if you've subscribed to the channel. If not, again, consider subscribing. Now you can see 2 Teslas, tons of content coming up. And let's actually give you a look at this frunk so you can get an idea of the storage. Now, what's nice is, of course, you have the power open here, but there's a manual close. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, especially for the premium cost of this vehicle. A list price on this performance variant was $68,000, around $68,000 before taxes and fees. With taxes and fees, I believe it came to around $74,000. Now, again, at the time of filming this video, there was a recent price increase. This variant went up $3,000. And the Model Y, the Model 3, really all models across Tesla did go up in price. Something to consider, and it's been debated, are price increases going to continue? So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the frunk area, pretty deep. We'll give you some kind of perspective here. I'd say, my gym duffel, I'd say maybe 5 bags of groceries. Again, it's pretty deep, but what I don't like is Again, this is a manual close. I'm not too keen of just potential wear and tear with continually manually closing this. Not a fan. I don't anticipate using the frunk that much, but for your use case, you may find it pretty beneficial. One thing that I think Tesla does really well, that really stands out on the road, it gives it its signature look and really face, are these headlights. Look fantastic at night. The illumination, the brightness, the clarity, I absolutely love it. And one word about the back, I really like the back profile of this. Kind of that chunkier bottom and almost kind of a rear bottom diffuser there. I'm not sure if that's what they intended. Certainly looks kind of like that bottom underside diffuser. I really like that. Actually, since it caught my eye, another thing that really surprised me with this Model Y Performance are how massive these tires are. Again, framed with these beautiful Uber turbine wheels. I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess, to really give you the scope of how wide these tires are. And by the way, since we're on the tires, these now do come with these Michelin Pilot all-season tires. Previously coming with the Pirelli sport tires, summer tires, not ideal for more inclement weather, especially what we get here in Pittsburgh. So it's nice to see the change to the all seasons. All right, let's take a look inside. Of course, if you don't know, thumb right here, fingers on the grab handle. And of course, I went with this stunning white interior. And I know your question, I will get to the question, how nervous am I? Maybe should you be of this white interior? But I was blown away. Again, one of the things in person, the interior is just stunning. We have the white accent up here on the dash, of course. Now, I've heard that that can provide a little concern with reflections. Today is a great day to test that. Again, I've been driving this about 200 plus miles or so, and I haven't really had any concern. I haven't noticed any distraction, reflection off of this white accent piece right here. The white continues right here on the side. And of course, we've had this for some time, but we do have the double paned front glass, not in the rear seats. Single pane, we do have the double pane front two windows. Now, one point here, the floor mats that do come with Tesla, it's just kind of a fabric floor mats, not gonna do anything really for weather. And again, for me, being here in Pittsburgh, that's something that is very important to me. So these, they are pricey, but you're paying for absolute quality. I mean, I'm never gonna have to replace these. So we do have a link down below to our Amazon storefront. That is an affiliate storefront, just to let you know. But this and all the accessories that Matt and I have will be linked down there, so check it out. So we have, of course, this 15-inch touchscreen for all of your navigation, your settings. And if you have any concerns, I've heard concerns of, all right, how is it gonna be getting used to this? It's very easy, you'll get used to it. And we certainly have, and I'll leave a card linked above, a walkthrough of this screen, and I can definitely give you a walkthrough of the screen as well. Let's go around the other side here, just continuing with the interior, just to give you another vantage point here. Again, that white matching, of course, continuing here. Another accessory, kind of a mini trash can there. So let's talk about the seats. Again, I've had this Model Y Performance for about a week now. Of course, you wouldn't anticipate any dirt or anything like that, and there isn't anything like that. Now, what I plan on using is just a simple Chemical Guys interior cleaner. I've used it for all my prior vehicles. It is safe, especially on this vegan leather, which of course isn't actual animal leather, this vegan leather. I'll have no problem using that. That's what I'd recommend to clean those seats. Now, if you really want to go all out, maybe you have kids or you're just really concerned with getting these nice white seats dirty, you can go to a professional, a detailer, and have these ceramic coated. Just note that that will be more of an expense. Now, with this Model Y Performance, I will be getting front to back full PPF paint protection film. And then I do anticipate ceramic coating the entire vehicle eventually as well. So again, you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. The wheel, I mean, again, I came from a Passat. I had a Dodge Caliber before that, nothing real fancy there, but I love the feel of this wheel. And again, everything is, you know, this vegan leather. It feels like something very similar, but just to feel the shape of it, very nice. And that continues right here on the armrest. So let me bring you inside here. Let's step in the interior to give you a better idea of what's going on here. So refreshed interior, late 2020, of course. We have two Qi wireless charging mats. I have an iPhone 11. Most, I'd say, phones are going to fit and charge if you have that Qi wireless charging. No problem here. That is a great feature. Center console. I really like the feel of this. Just kind of a push to open, push to close there. The only thing with this is I would say that it opens like kind of slow on the open. So I feel like if I really want to get to something quickly, I feel like I don't want to push it too fast for fear of breaking it, of course. Here's another great little accessory, this tiny little organizer tray. Again, that's linked in our Amazon storefronts. I love this because it's top of this kind of deep storage area here. I have, you know, the AirPods, just stuff like that. This is really good. This is a must pick up here because you can see how much deeper this storage goes. You know, I can put my hand in here. You know, you have my sunglasses, what have you, but that goes pretty deep. So this is nice that it splits this area into two. So you just push right here at the top and close. It is a good feel. It's a little slow, but it's not a big deal. Cup holders, I mean, self-explanatory. It's not heated or cooled, nothing like that. I have heard that, you know, regular cans can kind of jostle about, maybe fall over. So if we look here at the center console, I actually got this cup insert. You know, it has kind of these ridged areas to hold smaller cans in place. Now, I took it out because I have a shaker to go to the gym and it fits perfectly in here. Starbucks cups, I'm just trying to think of what else, but most everything's fit in here completely fine. But if maybe you have, you know, soda cans, maybe smaller cans, then you can get this as well. Here is our armrest, I guess storage we'll call it. Nice and deep. I don't really have a huge use for this right now, but certainly some more storage. Well, I mean, I do use this, so never mind. Good storage there. Let's talk about the glove box, a Easter egg that most everyone knows. Open glove box. And I know that it's completely unnecessary. Again, it's kind of, the thing with the screen is, since most everything is through the screen, there's pros and cons. The things that could be a simple lever or button, of course, you know, you have things like that. It's fun. But I do feel like it's fun. It's not that much of a pain. Glove box, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go too deep in there. We have some personal documents, registration, whatnot. Pretty straightforward. It is a manual close there. So with that, let's take you into the back seat. We have some storage down here, of course. Pretty simple. You have your dome lights. Hello in the rear view. Hello. Your dome lights, of course, your hazards. And actually, that reminds me, I didn't even talk about the huge feature of the Model Y, this uninterrupted piece of glass, which is absolutely insane. Of course, it doesn't retract or anything like that, so no sunroof, but this is incredible for your passengers, because I mean, as a driver right here, you don't really get to see a ton of it, but this absolute vantage point is amazing, especially at night, as you can imagine. And one good thing about Teslas in general is when it comes to NHTSA crash and safety ratings, Teslas are at the top of crash and safety scores. So you can rest assured this is a very safe vehicle as well. So let's take you to the back seat. So the back seat, of course, we have that white continuing here. And we do have the 3D floor mats going across the back as well. Again, I think this is a must. It looks super clean. It's all weather protection with the ridges on the side. A very nice pickup. You have back seat pockets right here. Now this right here, it is kind of a, I don't know, feels like a plastic. So if you do have kids, you might want to put some protection up there if they tend to kick the back seats. The back seats may get scuffed over time, but they do look pretty clean. A nice speaker for the passenger. So this Model Y Performance has 13 speakers. It has, I believe, 1 amp, maybe 2. I'll put it in a tag here, and then a dedicated subwoofer. So that is a nice benefit that you get with this variant. You do get the dedicated sub, and it is thumping, let me tell you. So when it comes to the Model Y, I mean, whether it be the Performance variant, the Standard, or even the Model 3, we'll talk about the driving experience and a little bit of the autopilot. Again, I don't want to go over everything in this video. Definitely subscribe if you haven't at this point, and actually drop a like if you're getting value in this video. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel here. So, I mean, I gotta tell you, this thing is wild. I mean, if it's in your budget, even the regular Model Y or even the Model 3, I mean, these are incredible vehicles. And I wanted the Performance variant because, I mean, this thing just looks insane. The red looks amazing. This is the top spec Model Y. You cannot spec the Model Y with higher options. We have the white seats, we have the premium red paint, and again, the Performance variant. So 3.50 to 60, which is insane. Drive safely, of course, or take your vehicle to the local drag strip, which I might actually plan on doing. So again, consider subscribing here. So the driving experience, it's very snappy, and it's also very comfortable. I mean, I mentioned the Uber turbine wheels. It's not that rough when driving. Now, I did find, going into the driver profiles, and you'll see this in the screen, you can have a chill acceleration, you can have a sport acceleration. Then when it comes to the driving steering itself, you can have standard, you can have comforts, or you can have sports. I found sports to be a little bit tight. I think that's kind of what it's intended for. You know, track driving, it's very tight, harder to turn the wheel. It's not crazy hard, but it is certainly tighter. So I settled on the standard steering, but I kept it on the sports acceleration. I mean, you're gonna beat most every car at the stoplights, and it is something else. So I've really enjoyed the driving experience, and there are a few things that I didn't quite like when it comes to settings, when it comes to driving, etc. So definitely we'll post that in a future video. Understandably, this is a premium vehicle. I mean, the cost point, again, this is $74,000 with taxes, title, fees, and that price did go up. So consider that. But I do anticipate having this for quite some time. I'm investing in this vehicle, getting the PPF, getting the eventual ceramic coating. And I mean, even the Model Y, even the Model 3, these are really incredible vehicles. You're taking advantage of the nationwide leader in the charging network as well. Now, I'm thankful to have a charging, multiple charging stalls here in this apartment. So just map that out, consider that for yourself, where of course you'll be charging your vehicle. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of the Model Y Performance? Are you looking at the Performance? Are you looking at the Standard Y, a Model 3, or another variant? What do you think about the current and really ongoing price adjustments and increases? Let us know with a comment down below. Much, much more to come with this Tesla Model Y Performance, a 2022, again, in an incredible red variant. So make sure to subscribe, and also, of course, for info on Matt's 2021 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. I appreciate you watching. Again, my name is Mike, and I will see you in the next video.